Ooh, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video of reviewing sample sets, basically. So this time I have a sample set from Aqua di Parma here, with a lot of different fragrances. And okay, so we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fragrances. Interesting. So let's just jump into this little sample set. And we start from to the left and move through the right, but I'm going to spray some fragrances here on this paper because the last fragrance strip, it was so thin, so it was very hard to keep the liquid on the strip and not on all my other stuff here on my skrivbord, my desktop, so to speak. So let's start with the first one, and this is obviously the most... Is it recording? The most popular fragrance in their lineup, and this is just Aqua di Parma Colonia, the original. And I personally have used this for a long time, but it is a little bit, what can I say, a little bit old school smelling, but I think it's a very nice fragrance overall for the mature gentleman, a mid-aged man. It smells like Italy, it smells like the sun is just blasting. You're walking through a little cozy street somewhere in Italy, maybe like Tuscany or something like that, and there's like old buildings, you know, you're walking on old rocks and stuff like that, and the sun is just blasting. You're having a linen suit on you, a white crisp shirt underneath, and you're just living your best life. So this is a very nice fragrance. It's very safe blind buy. If we move into the other one, and this one is called Aqua di Parma Colonia Essens. How does this smell? Is this better or worse than the last one? It's up to me, basically. I think this one is basically a little bit amped up version. I feel that this one smells like an amped up version of the original Aqua di Parma Colonia. I think Essenza is maybe a little bit sweeter as well, but it's a nice fragrance. But maybe it's a little bit heavier, not heavier, but it feels like it could project much better in the long run. So it's very good. They're very similar so far, I would say, Essenza and the original. And then we have the next one, that is Aqua di Parma Colonia Pura. And I'm not going to put on the pictures in this video. You can just search it if you're interested in buying these fragrances. This one is a very weird one, I have to say. This one is a very weird fragrance. There's some type of notes that I don't really love about Aqua di Parma Colonia Pura. I don't know, there's some metallic vibe that I get from this fragrance that is a little bit off-putting in my personal opinion. But otherwise it's a fresh fragrance, it's a little bit metallic in some type of way. But if you want to be on the safe side, maybe just go for the original Aqua di Parma Colonia or Essenza. Skip the Pura fragrance. We move into another one, and this is from the line Blue Mediterraneo or Mediterraneo. I don't really know how you say, but this is called Arania di Capri. Is that how you pronounce it? Arania di Capri. Okay, we put this one on the arm here. We put this one on the arm here. This smells very fresh, very citrus, lime heavy fragrance. This I could absolutely wear to a hot day out when the sun is blasting as well. Obviously, all these fragrances works very good, but this is a very like sitting by the water, very casual type of smelling fragrance. Could work very good also on the women. So that one is nice. So we move on to the other one. This is called Fico de Malfi, and this is pretty popular as well. Fico de Malfi, a lot of you guys might recognize this one. But just to go through them all, and let's see. This is a little bit more weird in my opinion. Fico de Malfi is nice for the guys or girls who want something different, who want something that smells not just like all other summer fragrances. But it has some type of cleaning vibe in this one that I don't really feel personally. But if you are a guy or girl who like a little bit more of a twist on your summer fragrances, maybe check out this one. It's okay. It's not super. It's okay. And then we have Mirto di Panarea. Mirto di Panarea. And how does this smell? Mirto di Panarea. I would love to have a description of the notes if you were watching Acqua di Parma or the other brands. What notes does these fragrances contain? That would be fantastic to just know. This one I didn't really like. It smells a little bit like old woman's garden. Old woman's garden. Feels like hang drying old clothes in a garden. Yeah, it was not my cup of tea actually. So I give this a 5 or something like that. A 5 out of 10, I would say. Then we have something, another category that's called Signatures of the Sun. And they have 4 fragrances here. And let's start with the least, exciting. And this is called Yuzu. Yuzu fragrance. And how does this smell? Yuzu. Yeah, I think it smells very boring, if I'm gonna be honest. Signatures of the Sun. Yuzu, I think that's a note, Yuzu, and we skip that one. It was nothing you have to worry about, Yuzu. Not my favorite at all. We move into Osmanthus. Osmanthus, isn't that like a city in, or is it a flower? I thought it was like a city in the some Arab country. I don't really know, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, this smells pretty similar to another fragrance that I reviewed. I think it was one of the fragrances from not Jo Malone, but from the fragrances of, I recognize this one. It smells like a lady. It has that old lady type of vibe that I don't really feel. I'm not a big fan of this one either. We skip this one. Then we have 2. I actually am pretty excited to try again the oud fragrance, because I've tried it back in the day and I really like that one. 8 minutes. I try to not get too overly long videos. But we go into the Quercia. Acqua di Parma Quercia. Okay, we take up here. This I actually like. This I like. This was pretty interesting. This one smells pretty similar to Acqua di Parma Colonia and Essens, but with some added notes. If you mix those ones with, for example, YSL and a little bit of what's it called? What's that fragrance called? Little CK1 Vibe, I would say. CK1 from Calvin Klein. It's a little bit, yeah, that one I could recommend. Very easy to digest. So that's maybe the top 3 here. Quercia. Very nice actually. Okay, do we have some strips available? We have a little bit bigger strip here, I see. Okay, so we go into the last one. Oud. How does this fragrance smell? Acqua di Parma oud, or is it Colonia oud? No, it's just oud, I think. Acqua di Parma oud. Is this a heavy oud or is it a very light oud? That's the question we all want to know. This is a very light oud. This is a summery, I can say in an instant. This is a summery type of oud. So if you are an oud lover and want a very fresh oud, a very masculine oud, this is very, very nice. This is another form of oud. When I reviewed the Jo Malone Oud Bergamot, that was a very round oud. This is a fresh oud, very interesting. This one I could actually see myself wearing if I am a little bit more dressed up, want to have something different on me, and I want to get a little bit more mature impression. And I think that in some cases the original Acqua di Parma Colonia doesn't really hold up and it doesn't last so long. Then I can see myself wearing Acqua di Parma Oud instead, because it's not a stinky oud, it's a very masculine fragrance. If I was 50 right now, I would have this as my signature scent, especially if I was living in a very hot and humid climate, or maybe the Spanish coast or something like that, or you know, Turkey or whatever, wherever, or maybe some nice island when the sun is just blasting and I'm a businessman, I drive a nice car. This is the nice fragrance for that type of occasion. So overall, you know, Acqua di Parma has great great fragrances for the high heat, the summertime, but I would say the Acqua di Parma Colonia is still best, maybe the Essenza, and if you want a little bit more daring fragrance, go for the Acqua di Parma Oud fragrance. Anyways, you can find this sample set on various homepages, I think, so just buy it and try it for yourself if you want. Thank you so much, guys, for watching another video, and Merry Christmas. See you the next time.